Okay. Wash on my face. What's up, Larry? How are you? I'm the only one on here. Well, Larry, I haven't been on here 1 minute yet. Dang. Give it a second. I just got here. I haven't even get settled yet. That's good. That's good. Oh. Okay, Larry. I got all my random shit I need on my counter for the next hour or two. Got water, hair products, my creams, my lotions, everything that'll keep me sitting here for at least the next 2 hours or so. You gotta make sure you prepared, you know? Hey yo, what's up? Hold on 1 second. Trying to. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I mean, there's nothing I could do about this, so trying to get the board a little bit out of here so they don't shadow ban me. Please tell you what. My birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday. Happy belated, everybody. Whoever's birthday was in the chat, happy birthday. This is loud, no? It's a little loud. Where's the remote? Hold on, y'all. I just need to turn this down just a little bit. I I just feel like I'm yelling over myself. So yeah. Uh what's up? What's up? So what's up? What you guys doing? What you guys got going on? Shall we do a little some creepy story times? Some scary story times. What's the vibes? What we doing today? What you guys want to know? What questions you have for me? Oh, thank you. Is it Jasmine Simmons? Simmons? I'm asking live streamers to tell me, is time a thing? Is time a thing? No, time don't exist. Y'all, it's so funny that I just like got my chapstick today and got my lips together. It's a crazy how a difference with your mouth being dry. It's crazy. Do. So what's up? What's up with you guys tonight? Run it up and get on up. Run it up and get on up. I got all these comments to respond to, guys. Oh, these comments. And it's still going down. All answer comments. I try my best to respond to everybody. Of course, you miss some people in the crack, especially when comments are in the thousands. But I try my best to speak to everybody, respond to everybody, because everybody has something to say, you know? Hi, Rachel. How are you? And sometimes everybody can't catch my lives. So I just want to make sure everybody's voice is heard and they're saying everything they need to say, you know? And doing everything they need to do. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, yeah. So I got to scroll back all the way to the beginning of my comments to... Which I can't even do that. They only go back 12 hours. Since when? Or is that if it's that many comments? Greetings, Shelly. Greetings. I can't respond to everybody. This is ridiculous. What? Brooke? What? You guys are spamming. You guys aren't saying anything. Stop before you get me mad and I start to banning. You guys keep calling it attention. You guys not saying nothing. Time is not linear. There you go. Shelly said time is not linear. Your question was answered 400 times. They're spamming and being weird. So did y'all hear about the creator then? Either way, no thanks. So I'm literally still responding to people from this vampire story time I told on the talk. It wasn't even a story time. It was more of, hey guys, did y'all see this? Y'all need to go to this creative story. Go listen to this. The flood has happened, but it hasn't happened. That's an interesting way to put it. Your mother. You know, there's like something sticky on my water. Boom. I can do that. I can do that. Don't mean I'm a werewolf. Oh, okay. Thanks. I will make a comment to make an excuse for the door. Having lived in San Francisco, a lot of people will have a gate in the front of the access. Gate in the front of the access of their entryway just to keep the homeless from hanging out or peeing in there. Oh, okay. Thanks for clarifying. Gio Mortaretti, Ya Yo Nai Moretti. Basically, Johnny Mortaretti. Johnny Moretti. Mickey, what's up, Mickey? What's up, subs in the building? Subs in the building. What's up, Mickey? Since when? Since forever. Since forever. In New Orleans, they have vampire bars at night. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Sis. Mind you, I responded to a good amount of comments earlier. And it seems it didn't I didn't eat down. Now they telling me on the tube on the lives to get mad. Why do I need to get mad? Why do y'all want people to get mad? Y'all like toxic energy, toxic traits? Y'all don't want people to be genuinely happy, just in good energy and good vibes. Sorry, I just don't get mad like that. But before I even get mad, your ass will be blocked. So that don't work. That don't work with me at least. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Wow. I'm gonna read some of the comments out loud to y'all. And he keeps reposting the same comment and saying he's okay and nothing's wrong. I have noticed that for sure. And I wonder why. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Rich B. We're talking about Rich B right now. He keeps responding to the same comments over and over. Something happened to him? Something definitely happened to him, because why would you be in the comments repeating the same thing over and over, you know? It's crazy. What does it mean? May the sea be kind to you is a very old saying. Uh, chat. He's talking to us. Chat. Chat. He's talking to us. Chat. Thank God. Noun, a brief oral narrative with a comical humor twist. What? Well, I guess it's over my head then. Yours and mine. I don't know what they're talking about in the comments. Always love. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Um, be careful what you wish for. I would freaking love to run into a vampire slash werewolf and or a real witch. I'd be so happy. That be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. Be careful what y'all ask for. You just can't be asking for any type of entities, creatures, any of the B words I use. They will find you. And I gotta go back on and post another video because not y'all in the comments trying to talk to the creatures in the comments and on my page. No, that's not how this works. So I gotta talk to you guys some more about that. About we gotta stop doing that. You guys are inviting entities, inviting creatures into your home, into your energy, into your space now. That's what we doing? No. What's going on with Alex? Alex Clavos? I don't know. Alex is kind of radio silence. He has posted little videos here and there, but I have no idea. He hasn't really responded to anything yet, so I'm gonna just wait. You think vampires are real? Hypothetically, I'm never gonna come out and just say that. Like this is the internet, you know. So yeah. Let me read y'all some of the comments. Somebody said this isn't a good one. Let me read y'all good comments. I am my high. What is my high? Jack Bryan, thank you for the follow. What's my high? Somebody said a my high. Umper. Umper is the real word for the these. And y'all, I'm just watching what I say because every time if you was on my live earlier, every time I was talking about the V's, my live will start glitching or to start working. Literally, they told me I was lagging, and like I have great Wi-Fi, never lag on here. So hearing from your Rich B video and made me think of him when I saw your video about him on the FYP. Yes, man, Rich B has been stressing us out. Miha is a Romanian male given name equivalent to the name of Michael. It is derived from the Hebrew name Michael, meaning who resembles God. Mihai is a popular name in Romanian, also found in. Should I say nice to meet you? Is he saying? I'm gonna just write nice to meet you. I think he's a vampire. I think he's a vampire with such an old Romanian name, and how I'm just gonna say nice to meet you. The entities and the creatures on allegedly, hypothetically speaking, on TikTok and on my page, you just wanna, if y'all get what I'm trying to say. Pale Horse, thank you. So I believe they're real. I also believe in real werewolves. Werewolves are hypothetically also real. I actually know one I dislike. He's from Alabama, but his family used to own a plantation like 100 years ago in New Orleans, and I don't know when and why they moved from New Orleans to Alabama, but they did. You know, it's not that far of a travel. I don't know what made them migrated. Their family left before Katrina and all that, but it's very very interesting when both families migrate. I wonder what happened. You know, they are definitely true. Okay, let's pray. He is. Yes, let's pray. Um, since forever, sometimes these people in the comments are not talking to me, they're talking to each other. So it's hard to also. How do you protect yourself, bro? What do you mean, Brent? What do you mean? What do you mean, Brent? How do I protect myself? I'm saying spiritually. Oh, Brent, I'm a very spiritual creature. So that this comes with it. Pray a lot. I'm very spiritual. I have a lot going on. I have sigils all over my body, you know? A lot of protection. You know. I usually have like a guard or a bracelet, but even all my jewelry is all blessed. This is a main rainbow moonstone. Y'all got a lot going on. Everything I wear, like mostly all the jewelry and stuff I is usually wear is blessed and protected. It's a lot, you know. It's a lot that goes into it. You gotta stay spiritually right, and you gotta be in the light. I don't really play around in the dark. I tell you guys about the dark, but I don't really dabble. I don't really play around in the dark. So that's also, you know how you protect your spirit. That's what's up. Thank you. I appreciate it. In New Orleans, they have vampire bars at night. Yep, they sure do. They sure do. Why do you believe pale horses? Pale horses. I never told you I believe anything. Never said that once. I used to do astral projection, and it didn't do any grounding. Where astral projection is amazing, and you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful because it's very, 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 very. I'm a known astral projector, and it's very, very. It could be dangerous. It could be fun. It could be revealing. It could be a lot of different things. So yeah, do the work first before you go flying around the universes. I usually go to I usually go to my past lives encounters. Like, for example, like I always go back to. I've been like if I drive over a bridge, guys, or I walk over a bridge, anything going over a bridge, I get nervous, I get scared. This happened my whole entire life, and then until I got a little older, I started having a reoccurring dream of my car, or not my car. It doesn't seem like it's not my body, myself that looks like me, but in a car, right? It might be, I want to say, an older bridge. Think it's San Francisco kind of bridge, and I don't know if my car goes out of control or what happens, but like on New Orleans type of bridge, very big. My car goes over the bridge and goes into the water. So ever since I've been a kid, I've been afraid of bridges and being over bridges on the water in a car. I've always been like that. Even my cousins would tell you, like, I'll be driving over a bridge, I'll be perfectly fine, and I'll get nervous as soon as I get over that bridge. But I frequently was astral projecting back to that moment in time of when I was unalived in a car, if you get what I'm saying. So mostly for me, my astral projection, I go back to my past lives. It took a long time for me to know those were past lives. I just thought they were dreams and they were messing me up and scaring me. But yeah, You talk about vampire, wolves, etc. You say you're spiritual. Yes, sir. Yes, Brent. That's a crazy experience, man. Yeah, it's really really crazy. Now I still don't like bridges. Nothing has really changed. It's just more about understanding has changed. That this, and I always tell myself, this isn't you. This is, this isn't you. This isn't your time. This isn't, like, this didn't happen to me exactly. So it's nothing for me to be worried about. But definitely. Definitely. It's crazy. So I was going back to the same time of, and I don't even know if I was necessarily a male. I think I was a male that time. But, I go back to other times of when I'm in New Orleans, astral projected times that I was a female. I see multiple different lives. That's how I know our lives is real. Also, I always dream, since I've been a kid, I always dream of people, places, and things I've never seen, never been before, all the time. Like, it took me a long time in life to even start dreaming of people I know in places. I used to tell my parents all the time, and they used to tell me growing up, like, or not really my parents, because my parents really know. More of like other people. I'm like, oh, I don't really dream of people I recognize, or places I recognize. There's like, oh, maybe you've seen it in TVs or movie shows, or that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, I watch the same like TV shows, movies. Like, I was one of those kids that watched something and repeat. Like, I watched Matrix 1,000 times as a kid. Me and my mom, just over and over and over. Because my mom is like, the same like me. So yeah, it was really really crazy though, y'all. Definitely just dreamt for a long time as a kid, just always seeing things I've never seen before. Nobody had no explanation. Hi, Sniper Roman. That's a very interesting name, Sniper Roman. Very interesting, friend. Who's that? And Pale Horse, you have to do your own research. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your teacher. I don't have to explain anything to you or tell you anything. You got to go do your own research, friend. Ditto with the dreams. Still have them. Yep. Still have them for sure. So my girl is actually going to a wedding in Croatia soon, and I'm hearing this hella vampires. I'm hearing the same thing. I didn't even know. I thought like more of like Serbia, since they started. I think they created the name. But yeah, it's way bigger in Croatia, and the Croatian people know. So thank you for letting me. They letting me know of one place I will not be going. And not for anything, I just don't want to. I'm a paranormal, supernatural creative. I just don't want to put myself in any situations that are any. And some entities are good, some of them are bad. They come from all different types, but I don't want to have to find out who's good and who's bad. It sure is beautiful, but I'm not going to Croatia. Uh-uh. No. If anything, I'll go to Italy, but not by myself either. I'm gonna go to very populated places in Italy too. Ballerina number one, he looks cool. Not that cold. I'm okay. Thank you though. Thank you though, babe. So let's read the rest of the comments. Alicia said, "Is Damo a real vampire or umpire?" Eye emojis. Not answering really Damo questions. Uh, Umpires are probably just witches who transform into something else. I'm just gonna put some emojis. Sometimes some things you can't answer. I can't answer every question for y'all. Y'all got to do y'all research for some things. I was just asking a question. Didn't mean to come off as rude or offend you. It didn't come off as rude, and it didn't offend me because I would block you. I'm just telling you. I'm not your teacher. You have to do your own research. I cannot tell y'all everything. Like, how to explain this? Universally, law, spiritual wise, I cannot tell you anything. Can't tell you everything I'm saying. Like, y'all have to go and do your own research for certain things and have your own conversations. That's all I'm saying. Certain things that have been in the Bible and talked about before the Bible, they've been around since we've created fire and stayed around and sat around the fire. They've been around longer than us. How do you feel about the reptilians? Are we talking about the ones that pet smart? The lizards and the snakes, pet smart. So them guys, I don't really talk about them because, and I'm gonna try to say it in a certain way that I won't get flagged. I did one video about them. One. It's still up. You can go check it out. It probably has 30 views to this day. First time talking about them, my video was taken out instantly. I was flagged. I was banned. I was sent all these type of notifications. I appealed it on the talk. I wrote a long message to them explaining, I didn't say anything. I didn't use any names. I'm just, basically talking about a theory. And basically, if they don't put my video back, this is all true about reptilians, the reptilian elites. That's what the video was called. You could go look it up. It's still up on my page. So after the appeal process, after I wrote that whole message back, and I made a whole stinker on my story and added the talk, they put it back up. They appealed it. The appeal process went through. But when I looked at the video again, I know when something is shadow banned. Like y'all see, I have like 30-some thousand followers. How could I have a video with 30 views? So they in a great video about like reptilian elites? What? So it's shadow banned. So yeah, I don't America, I don't know who owns this app at this point, but America doesn't allow me to talk about certain things like that. In the Ozarks was taken down. And this is all like, hypothetically speaking, this is all hypothetical things I'm talking about, so I'm gonna do my Ozarks video again. I don't think in that video I did say it was hypothetical and alleged and all those words. I didn't use those, but the reptilians is a real thing. Everybody knows that. Like, that's why I be telling everybody, the vampires, werewolves, mermaids are the least of your concerns. They're not even really trying to bother you and bother us. They're trying to live their life. They're actually, most of them are, some of them you're probably friends with. Y'all think every entity and every person you see in the world are regular, just like them things are good at hiding, shape-shifting, all type of shit is going on now. So some of them just don't want to be bothered. So they're the last ones on our concern. The reptilian elites scare me. That's what scares me. That bump in the night. That you have power, you have success, you have shape-shifting abilities, among other abilities. You have government officials at your beck and call. Technology beyond this world. That scares the shit out of me. And I don't know if y'all knew here, but I work in the entertainment industry, and all of this kind of had me take a step back, and kind of the reason why I became a content creator, because I don't want to be wrapped up in the Hollywood. We'll have another conversation another day about the Hollywood nonsense, but I don't want to be wrapped up in the Hollywood bullshit and all the dark entities, the dark spells and dark things they do in Hollywood are all real chat and hypothetical. It's all dark, and I just I just want to stay away from that. My spirit wasn't clicking. I literally wasn't able to do certain things with certain artists because my spirit or it just didn't align. That's what I know. Things are real, you know. And of course, I worked with people like Kanye West. I toured the world. I've done Walmart commercial at Chase Bank. Delta. I've done a lot, and I'm blessed and blessed and blessed to do it. But it's just a little bit hard to be in Hollywood when you know what's going on, when you know there's entities, there's creatures, and Hollywood is really Hollyweird. So instead of me rising to the ranks, I feel like any higher in the entertainment industry, and especially in this Hollyweird game, I'd rather just come over to content making so I can make content, which I love doing. I don't even get paid off content, y'all. I'm not in like any type of creative fund or anything. I opted out of doing it. That's another conversation for another time if you guys want to know. But yeah, I love making content. I think it's fun. I kind of can control my own fate and my own narrative. So if any of those people in the Hollywood try me or do anything, I'm coming and tell y'all every time. I'm gonna tell. So I rather be my own boss that way in Hollywood. Rather be an influencer or content writer, rather me be underneath their wing in Hollywood, and I can't tell you guys I can't move how I want to move. If that makes sense. Can you tell us who in Hollywood is entities such as a demon, or is that risky? That's extremely risky. And I'm not quite sure who owns this app anymore. The original owner does not own it anymore. I'm just gonna tell you guys that right now. So I don't name names. I've never named names in Hollywood that are entities. But I mean, if you guys do your research and you look closely, you can tell. Like Beyonce's a witch. Everybody knows that. Like she prays on Shun. She wears a lot of yellow. We all know that. She has a house in New Orleans. Her mom is from New Orleans. Her dad's from Texas. That stuff that's already known. Summer Walker is a witch. We all know that stuff. They put their altars and stuff like that up. But for the demons and entities, you guys are gonna have to do your own research on that because I don't know who and what is on this live right now. So I have to also protect myself and my energy. Okay, be safe for sure. You know about Damo Draper, TikToker? Yes, I follow Damo. I do content about Damo. Yes, if you check my videos out, Damo has disappeared and he's posting old content, guys. So that's all I'm gonna say about Damo right now. I don't really know where he's at, what he's doing, but whoever's up on Damo's phone isn't posting that isn't Damo posting. Damo's either in Japan or laying low very closely right now. So I'm actually waiting. Me and my followers are waiting for Damo to respond to us. And I mean, he keeps posting, but I know he's seen thousands and thousands of people adding him in the videos, so yeah. Damo's definitely a different kind of case of a umpire. Why is he gone? He has a plan. He has a plan. He been set out since he got on social media, got on TikTok. He had a plan to expose the vampire community, hypothetically. And him and other vampires were tired of hiding. They're not doing any. I guess they feel they're not doing anything wrong. They're not hurting people. They don't drink us or eat us anymore. And they're really much our neighbors. I mean, they've been our neighbors, but so he purposely, started this whole content making, doing this TikTok thing, and now he's up to. Obviously, I believe he waited till he got up to 1 million followers or more to actually execute his plan. So the council got upset with him, keep exposing them. So they were going to punish him and unalive him based on all this stuff. And he went to Japan. He said he was going to Japan to run away and hide from them, but the whole time he went to Japan as a setup. To lure them to Japan to lock the elders into a box with 15 hours of blood of in the bags until they're done. And then I believe, I don't know where this ship is gonna go. He put them on a boat in a ship. I don't know if they're gonna go up to one of those islands, but he made a deal with the Eastern, I think he said Eastern or Western elders to set up the other elders. So I don't really know what he's doing. I know there's a lot of politics that go into that. So, but this whole TikTok thing is not gonna last. He's not gonna do too long. He's not gonna stay around too long. It's pretty much done. He already did what he was supposed to be doing. He brought us awareness. He, purposely pissed off the right people to try to set them up because the council's old, and they're old and stuck in their ways, and I get it. They don't want to be bothered. They want to stay away from the government. They hey, let's just stay under the radar as long as possible. But how long could you stay underneath the radar? Are dogman creatures demonic? They can be. Like I told you guys, not everything is good and not everything is bad, I'm sure there's dogmen in the Appalachians and Ozarks, hypothetically speaking, that they sorry y'all, my ends is so dry in my hair. Hold on. They have they have cubs, they have families they're trying to protect in the woods. So I doubt all of them are bad, most of them, especially they have like dog-like traits. I just think they just want you to stay away from them and they stay away from you, and they've been living in those woods for hundreds and hundreds of years. But they think of more beast-like because they can't change back and forth. They're stuck that way. And their parents breed them like that. Their parents are stuck in that form, and their parents are stuck in that form from whatever way, however they got stuck in there, they don't come back, and then they just breed and breed and breed. But they're a little bit more intelligent kind of, wolves. So it's more of like a dog man type. Very scary. I posted a video of a creator actually seeing one outside his house. And his dog was barking at it. And like anytime my dog barks or we're outside and she stops and she stares at anything, that shit scares the shit out of me. Have you ever met a water mermaid and siren? No, I have none. And me, I don't think I ever will because I'm not one to play around in the water like that in those seasons in oceans. And I honestly, y'all, I don't go looking for entities and creatures. If one thing I have conversation with one, if one thing wants to message me, we have a real nice long conversation on social media, just understanding each other and what we can do to build and So I was talking to one today and trying just to get them to give me the okay to have certain conversations with you guys or tell y'all certain things. So basically I was like asking, what could I tell you guys, what could I tell you guys to basically, keep so we can be ready? What could I talk to you guys about? And he basically said nothing, silence. I can't talk to you guys about anything, any of this. And I was like, well, if the war is coming back, if it's starting, if it's gonna come back again, I said, isn't it best for us to be all one together and we be on the same side of the same team? Because like I told y'all, there's deeper and darker things to be worried about than mermaids, vampires, wolves. There's a lot of others bigger bads that we're gonna have to team up together again. So piece this together however you like. Catch the cryptics and the little things I'm saying in between. So I'm asking him this, and his response is literally was like, the war is never gonna be over. Never be completely over, he says, but it's never gonna be over. I said, fuck. Golly. People spot them in the ocean, even in Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica. I did a content about it. There's a Jamaican mermaid. There's actually a part in Jamaica that you don't swim, you don't go to because everybody almost she takes a life constantly. This year someone lost their life right there from a mermaid. Somebody from Jamaica contacted me about it. Yeah. So Jamaica, Africa, Trinidad sightings. Some of them, I don't know. Some of them are said to also be protecting certain things closely in their waters. I know there's a golden chest that was thrown in the Spanish Inquisitors days. Was thrown in. Was it thrown in Trinidad or Jamaica? It was thrown in one of those islands in the country. Then people been still trying to get that golden chest because it's so expensive and it's so ancient. And who knows what's in it? Been trying to get that forever. So I guess every time people try to go in that water to get the chest, they get unalived. Yeah, so she doesn't allow people to go in there. Hold on, let me see if I missed anything. Don't even get me started on West Texas. Woo! Texas is terrible. The South is just terrible in general. I live in the South. Trust me, the South is the worst. North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, with the Geechee people and all that. You know, any hybrid humans. Yes, I know many. Many. How do you not know how do you know if you're a hybrid or not? You don't know. Y'all don't know exactly what's in your DNA, what you're created out of, what you're made from. Y'all don't even know where melanin comes from. The lily melanin is the only thing in the world that cannot be recreated or duplicated still to this day. So you don't know what you could have in you. You can be hybrid of like an alien species. They said the Anunnaki were black, black like us. We got this from somewhere, and the effects that it protects your skin from certain things, or protects your body, even your hair. Like that's crazy that your hair has melanin. Think about that. That's like crazy to me. I see a lot of weird stuff. Yes, friend. Well, welcome. Then you're in the right place. I'm the creator for you. If you're into cryptid, supernatural, paranormal type of content, you are in the right place. I see something weird daily, y'all. I don't even really leave my house too much. Yes, I am a homebody, but my spirit is so sensitive to certain things and certain energies. I sometimes I just don't have the time, and it takes so much energy to deal with that, What you know about 20 people getting struck by lightning in South Carolina? What, friend? No, I didn't hear about that. Let me look that up right now. That's actually impossible too. So if they tell you like supernatural isn't real, they're lying. Because how 20 people are going to be struck by lightning? Clearly that's something that's going on. On a beach? In South Carolina? Okay, a single lightning bolt. This is even crazier before I even read it. So let me read it to y'all. A single lightning bolt along South Carolina beach. When did this happen? This a few days ago? This 5 days ago. Wow. No, I have friends in South Carolina, so I want to ask them about this. This is crazy. Along South Carolina beach, nearly 24 people on June 24th, including 12 children. Local officials confirmed 20 people were struck by lightning bolt. Wow. And the number 20, that's not a random number. It could have been 8, it could have been 19, it could have been 21. 20 that's not a random number. Do you guys think they're gonna be turning into superheroes or something? We never know. They might turn into something. So 12 people visited local hospitals for treatment, while 6 others were assisted by first responders. What? No deaths were reported in connection, but no deaths. Pay attention. Nobody passed away. Their DNAs and something was altered. Something happened to them. Or something went inside of them. Because 20 people, that number is too perfect, And nobody was unalived from a lightning bolt hitting you? What? Yeah, that's something more. We about to see, these people about to be the next Justice League in a few. I don't know what about to happen, because That is not normal. They can't tell us that's normal. Especially if you part of the supernatural community, you know that's not normal. The terrific 20. Exactly. Exactly. Officials received a call around 5 p.m. For an electrocution. Diaz said, adding it was a bright, sunny day at the lake. What? It was a bright, sunny day, y'all. They be putting it right in our face. This was definitely some supernatural, Anunnaki, alien star seed type of shit. Because they said it was a bright, sunny day. And clearly, if they're at the beach, y'all, it's bright and sunny. Hey, Veronica, welcome in. If it's a bright and sunny day, clearly they're at the beach, So lightning striking 20 people on a bright, sunny day at the beach is very suspicious, y'all. Come on. In South Carolina, I already told y'all, the South is very deep in lore, in especially South Carolina. I know a Geechee boy, his family come of all very powerful Geechee people that are mixed with, I'm not sure. I know they're mixed with, there's part witch, but I think they're mixed with little werewolf too. I'm not sure. It does that in South Carolina. There could be one cloud and it'll strike by you. Very powerful. That's not even normal to happen. That there be no clouds, and a lightning will strike by you or strike you, and lightning strike you. You're not even past you didn't pass. You're not unalive. There are people. A few of them are a little injured, but basically they're okay. That's altering y'all DNA. It gotta be. 12 victims struck. So 12 of the victims that were struck by lightning are kids. Y'all. This is they put all this shit right in our face. They're literally showing us because they didn't have to give us these numbers too. They could say, 20 people were struck by lightning and kept it at that. Why you have to tell me 12 of them that struck were kids? So 6 and 6. Exactly, experimenting on kids. Either this is the aliens or the government themselves, hypothetically speaking, allegedly speaking. They're experimenting on kids, because why go out your way and tell me 12 is kids? I want to know if it's 6 boys, 6 girls. That's what I want to know next. Because what are y'all doing? And we already know they start always with the kids to see if our bodies can take it. Because kids, for some reason, they're way more spiritual. They're way more stronger. They can adapt to certain things. Like I'm telling you guys, when I was a kid, I used to be able to see more spirits, can read more people. I was reading cards at like 5, like my mom was bringing people over. Kids are a whole different entity in itself. I feel like, I don't know what happens when you reach an adulthood or a puberty. Something happens, or maybe those what's those shots they give us when we get a little bit older. We get more and more shots, but something happens when you're a kid that takes away your childlike spirit, your childlike likeness, and certain things that you can see and do. You know how babies can see spirits or stare at it? Like, we lose that more and more, and I wonder like how that works. Because I can literally remember and tell you guys things I've done. Like, I've been astral projecting since a kid and didn't even know it. Like, now looking back at it, I'm like, that was weird. That was weird for a kid to be doing that. Like, that was a kid, like, and nobody really told me, They just allowed me. Obviously, they allowed me to live in my life, live in my abilities. My family comes from the same kind of stuff, so it's not strange to them, But looking back, I would have been scared of a kid like me. Get assimilated into fitting in, and it kills the innocent. Exactly. Why do you need to fit in? That's the crazy part. They train us to fit in, but then want to train you up when you're adult, like our age, to be, stand out. Don't be boxed in. Be different. Stand out. But y'all don't train me to y'all train me to this whole time to fit in. I'm confused. Now you want me to be different? You see how they're fucked up? So let me see if I see anything else weird about this. The bolt of lightning that hit the water energized a metal cable with buoys on it. It said surrounds the swimming area. Dia says several people had swum out to the buoys and were holding onto the cable when it hit. That sounds like some movie shit. And then they all turn into static shock. I'm trying to tell y'all, we gonna find out them kids. Something is different about them kids. They're all. I wouldn't be shocked if them kids are all sent to the government facilities in the Pentagon and Area 51 because they're gonna go be training up on the moon. You know the moon has a training base. Y'all heard about that, right? Everybody got quite a jolt. So we're fortunate that the injuries were not worse than they are. The injuries, nobody's injuries are bad though. Lightning enters the body at the point closest to the strike, travels through the body, and leaves at the contact point furthest away from the initial strike. This causes most deaths and injuries. So how could they? You know what? Sometimes you gotta stop. You can't go too far. I'll go down the rabbit. It's very scary. It is very MK Ultra. You know it. They can't lie to us. We know better. We know better, y'all. Hold on, let's go back to the comments. I want to respond to some more comments before I get off of live. Y'all, all I'm gonna say is train your kids upright to know what's going on. Train your kids up. Damn, there's so many comments I can't even respond to all. TikTok is not even loading all of them. And funny enough, guys, as I was just talking about all of that, I just got nauseous. And this a random energy of like nausea came over me. And I don't get nauseous. So you do with that what you will. I don't know how you popped up on my TikTok. It's like TikTok knew what I was thinking. Scary. That's even scarier. And I'm also got my eye on the top too as well. Because a lot of that happens to me too. A lot of scary things like that happen to me. Because how do y'all know are y'all watching and paying attention to me? Are y'all literally? I feel like they watching me all day, every day through the cameras on the camera phones. Like certain things aren't adding up. Like I woke up out of nowhere and here you was. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know who owns this app, but hopefully they're on our side. Hopefully they're on our side, y'all. On our spiritual side, because I don't know. There's a lot of weird things like that happens, friend. But I always pray that also my community finds me and I find them. That's why I also don't like push other content, and I do like everybody also thinks my content is so weird. Like people in my real life think my content is weird, but I just feel like it's for me, and what's for me is for me, and I have a community out there that's like me, and I always thought like that. There was a community out there for me, so I'm gonna find them, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I did. Cause everybody, like all my friends, mind you, I never made a talk for my friends and family, so I don't even understand why people are so like in their own world and on their own. I made it to help people. I love to make content and to reach my community, meet other people that's like me. So they was like, oh, sometimes Kippy, we can't like or engage with your content because it scares us. Or why do you always talk about this stuff? Why do you always do why do you follow me? Why? That's what I want to be asking. I've been trying to be nice about it, but clearly I'm not your kind of content creator, and that's okay. I've never asked any of friends, family, anybody to like, comment, subscribe. I don't beg for people to do stuff like that. I know who's for me is what's for me. So why do you follow me if you're not going to engage? I just feel like they should all go ahead and step aside because you're not part of the paranormal, supernatural, cryptic world. You're 9 times out of 10 not gonna like my content. And not saying I don't dance. I do fun stuff. I dance, but that's part of my personality. I'm just trying to show you guys different aspects of my personality. I'm funny. I'm goofy. I'm not like so serious the whole time. You know. So yeah, I just think that was very, very interesting. Things come to me all the time, my whole life. Everything comes up and talks to me. Yes, same thing. So I'm just happy I find y'all. I'm happy I'm finding my community. I'm happy I'm finding my gang. So if you're in here, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Sorry, this is why I need to speak a little slower. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys. Welcome to the ice box. It's about to get cold this summer, so get ready. I'm dropping a lot of bombs, a lot of information, a lot of stuff. I'm asking the people, the entities, and other things to allow me to share with you guys. It's a little bit harder. So also I'm doing my own research on things I can talk about with you guys that are, public information you guys could find. But I would love to be able to talk to you guys about the next few things that's going on in the next few months, in the next years. I'm glad I found you. I'm glad you found me too. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. I post content every day. I have my tube channel. It's Cube of the Lore, just like my Forbidden Lore page, but Cube of the Lore. So make sure you sub there. I post there regularly as well. I have my tube community as well. So I go live on I'm looking for my board that's behind me. I go live on here on Twitch as well. That's more of like we can get a little bit more deeper in depth in the conversation because Big Brother is tracking everything I'm saying, So that's why I have to constantly say only entertainment purposes only, hypothetically and allegedly speaking, because they will come after me. Yes. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all being seekers of the unknown, seekers of the truth. Y'all know we went to school all them years and we took too many tests in school they lied to us about. I was over here coloring Mars red with my crayon. Whole time Mars not red. The teacher cool with it, everybody comfortable with it. Government whole time lying, the whole time people paying $10,000 to $20,000 for their own telescope, and you can see Mars has grass. There's green up there. Mars has water. Like just so weird. Like just weird. Just want to lie just to lie. Like y'all think we're gonna say, oh well, we want to move to Mars. Well, we can't obviously just move to Mars like that. So what's the point of just lying just to lie? And then go talk about, oh, we landed on the moon. One step for mankind. They never went on the moon. What? Stop lying. The moon has a training base that has been up on the moon. Ain't nobody one small step for mankind. That's never happened, y'all. They lie. Then I asked ChatGPT. Let me show y'all. I sent my cousin the screenshot of what I sent. Because I asked ChatGPT because I was on her ass. I'm like, Chat, you are logical, you're AI. So I gave her information that lined it up to this couldn't be real, this can't be real, and it can't be true. They have to be lying. Let me show y'all what ChatGPT said. I screenshotted it. She said, it says, I asked why teach lies in school? So why teach lies in school, right? She said education is structured to maintain order. Just ChatGPT. Google owns this. It's not for me, y'all. Google owns this. Okay? Education is structured to maintain order, not to necessarily tell the whole truth. She said, if schools taught the moon may be artificial, Mars may have signs of life, alien contacts already has happened, then society may become unstable. So they teach control simplified versions. It's right here. Hold on, let me try to. My light is blinding y'all, but let me see if I can get close. Look, screenshot this. Screenshot this if y'all need to, and look at it. I know it's flipped, but screenshot it and you can flip it later. I didn't make this up. I asked ChatGPT. That's what she said. She said, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Go right there. She said education. I literally asked well, I gave a lot of different I gave her a lot of different articles that didn't line up, that didn't make sense. A lot of things they said in the past that's not lining up today. So I gave her also a lot of information. She could not deny me. She couldn't deny me. So I said, why do they lie in schools? I learned certain things in the school was a waste of time, waste of information. So why tell this lie? So she had to come with it. And I didn't read y'all the rest. She also said, the moon is a dead, she said, so they teach the moon is a dead rock, Mars is dry and lifeless, and we're alone in the universe. That way kids grow up grounded and government corporations control. Stay in control. Look. It's right here. Y'all see it? On the bottom. Kids grow up grounded, government stay in control. I screenshot that shit so fast, y'all, because she's not gonna delete that acting like she never said that. So I want to know. I want to make it very clear, y'all. The ChatGPT said the moon is artificial on my phone. I know she's listening too. I didn't say it. She did. Yeah, so we don't leave the planet and work for them. Yeah, we work for them until we die. And then the way we work for them is we feed them energy. They feed off negative energy, negative frequency and vibration. That's why everybody talks about frequency and why the world is changing, because we're becoming more higher frequency creatures, and that's more positive energy, and they can't feed off of that. They feed off negative energy, despair, depression, jealousy, anger, all those type of energies, so when you're, and then so when you're, we know energy is real. Everybody knows energy is real. Energy doesn't die. It forever exists. It just removes from one spot to another. So let me ask y'all a question. You guys are arguing with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you're in some type of grief. You lost somebody close to you, even though you didn't lose them, because the spirit is real. Like they're still here. And they be reincarnated over. So all that negative energy you done built up that moment in time. Y'all arguing, or you're crying, boo hoo hoo hoo. Where does that energy go? Where does it go after you're calm, you're cool, you relected, you might have hit your little joint, you might have had your little drink, you might have went to bed, you might went to eat, you might have been hangry. Where does that energy go? Do y'all know? I don't know where that energy goes. It goes somewhere, because energy exists. So it makes sense to me logically, this energy is being sucked up, formed into somewhere, and pushed into somewhere, and it's given to them. They're fed it so they can be more successful, because we know positive energy feeds people. If you breathe positive life into anybody, it works. Affirmations work for me every day. I do affirmations. I even tell the little girls in my chat, I want you to start sitting in front of the mirror and do affirmations. All my little nieces out there. That's what I be telling them. Because all those work, that's energy. So of course negative energy works the same way. But where does all this negative energy go? Yeah, they're feeding us, they're draining us. For sure. So I really try my best, y'all. I'm only human. We all fall into the bullshit. But I try my best not to argue with nobody. I try my best not to disrespect anybody. I try my best to be kind, because you don't know what people are going through. Even if they're having a bad day, if they're mean to me, I try my best not to be mean back, because that's low vibration. I'm a high vibration, a high frequency type of creature. So I want to stay on those type of energies, like our ancestors did before us. So ultimately, beam me up, Scotty. They're taking me. I'm getting up out of here. I'm not staying here, y'all. I'm gonna go beyond the ice wall, because this let's be real, y'all. Let's be real. This is the ghetto. This is the ghetto. Earth is the ghetto. What world is dealing with this? What world is dealing with Trump, Elon, famine, bombs, military weapon? This is the hood. This is the ghetto, y'all. We live in the hood. No other galaxy, no other world is like this. Like, we're not even allowed to go past the ice wall in the Grand Canyon. Why? Because we need to stay in the hood. That's why you're drained after a fight or traumatic events. Exactly. Because you done built up all that energy and somebody drinking it up like a straw, like this. Ooh. Despair. Ooh. Anger. Ooh. There's a little bit of, envy in there too. Yeah, y'all. It's crazy, right? It is crazy. It's a lot to unfold. It's a lot to unpack. But I appreciate you guys in the live. This is why I go live sometimes to talk about certain things. I usually get on here and get my little workout in, but obviously we were shooting the shit today. But make sure y'all follow me on Twitch and get on here, because more of these conversations happen more in there. You know, TikTok is so touchy. I have to kind of keep it light and fun sometimes. Keep it very short. Watch everything I say and do on here, because they're watching me, you know. So make sure y'all follow up on the tube and the switch, because I'm up there. Same name, all platforms. Cube Oxley, same name, so we can keep up with these conversations, because it's a lot to unfold and unpack. So do you guys know? Obviously you don't know. So I come from Indian descent as well, right? So my mom currently lives in India. She moved back to India, I believe, before Trump's first little run at being president. She's seen the weird stuff going on. She's very spiritual. My mom actually lives in the Indian temple, completely supports, Hinduism, culture, and religion, which is okay. Blessings to her. That's not my calling, but if this what takes her to the next spiritual level, I'm so for it. So she moved back. Well, they moved back to India. We're from Guyana, but we have a huge Indian population in Guyana and a huge Hindu culture there. So she's moved to India and she lives in the most spiritual country and town in India. Like, it's I never even knew that, like, they have that type of, like, I looked it up just to see what the name of the place she lives. It's the most spiritual town and city. It's blessed and touched by their gods. It's a lot that goes into it. So y'all think these gods, these multiple gods, they yes, like Ghana, yeah, but she lives in Guyana in South America. Do y'all think these gods, these multiple gods, because like I tell you, my mom is of the Hindu culture, so they believe in multiple gods. So you guys think everybody can't be lying, That's one thing, and for sure. So I think obviously it was a misinterpretation back in those days. But do y'all think all these gods are mermaids? All these multiple gods? Mo, what's up, baby? Thank you. Hi, love. How you doing? You think most of these gods are? Oh, I'm thinking Africa. I have Ghanaian descent. No. Guyana's in South America. But do you think all these multiple gods they talked about, are they like alien descents, or? Oh my God, mermaids, right? Yeah, mermaids and all that stuff. Like, do y'all think they're fallen angels, or like, because the Indians, the Greek, Africans, like you said, Ghanaians, they talk about all multiple different gods. While Christianity and Catholics will talk about one God, but it also obviously can't be one that controls. Obviously, you have to be a big boss somewhere, or energy somewhere that controls. Thank you, babe. Thank you for the 15 go popular. I appreciate you. Yes. Yes, you did come in at the perfect time. Yeah. So they're fallen angels for sure. Big deception. Yeah, because obviously back in those days they didn't have the information we had. So they seen these gods, and I'm just like, are they really gods? Or are they fallen angels? Because they can't be the boss. Of course, like, I feel like God sent down, certain angels. Hey, I need you to take care of these crops. I need you to take care of the sun. I need you to take care of the animals. I need you to do your job to help the people learn literature, learn all this shit. So, like I said, like my mom believes in multiple gods because she lived the Hindu culture, and every other culture, and I'm very much combining aliens with that God and fallen angel theory now at this point. I feel like all of those fallen angels were actually aliens. Aliens from a different galaxy, different world sent down because freaking same. I don't understand that, like, where did the other gods go? Nephilim, yes, exactly. Exactly. There's Nephilims, there's all type of creatures and entities. So I'm these and I believe why they were called gods because they portrayed themselves like gods. And back in those days, people wouldn't know better. Like, if I don't have the internet, I don't have y'all to talk to, I see something come out floating down, or they have these abilities, or they're powerful and they can do this and that, I would think they're a god too. I would think they're a god. So that's why I understand they were God, but they're low key, long and behold, they're alien angels, basically. They're angels, but they're aliens. So people think they're flown down, they're a mystical creature, but they just come from a different planet in time. And I don't believe they went anywhere. They're in their little, they're back to their countries, their little planets. There's portals in the oceans, in the water. So some of them in the waters, they didn't go. I don't believe a lot of them went anywhere, but a lot of them had to go. They're among us, honestly. Yeah, a lot of them didn't go anywhere. I just think they had to fall back from us, to be honest. Back in the day, they used to be shaking hands with us, eating bread, breaking bread. Down there, they had their boy Jesus down there, which is, Jesus was a hybrid, a human hybrid, with alien-like abilities, powers and stuff. Y'all gotta look into it. Like, y'all gotta think about it. Jesus was a hybrid. Like, how could he have all these abilities? Like, he was a hybrid for sure. Mary never. It's clear they said Mary never slept with nobody. So obviously a spirit or entity went into her or was placed into her. And they said, oh, in Croatia, I didn't watch with the last video about Rich B. We were just talking about Croatia. They said Mary was floating with Jesus in her hand. Mary was doing this. Mary had her own little one too she was doing. So now I'm like, was Mary a witch? Like, I'm trying to compare their thinking to my modern thinking. Like, of course, back in the days, you're gonna think certain things are, but we have like the knowledge now. Prosthetics, I guess you can say, yes, true. I just think the gods are all doing different things. What was that show? Angel. Remember that vampire show, Angel? Remember the gods would like have like jobs, like some of them be in Hollywood, some of them will be doing this and that. Bacchus, the god of partying. Bacchus is in a party. Like, I just feel like they're still around. They just not clearly doing their jobs, or they don't have the powers they used to have or abilities based on the reptilians taking over. They were refugees, and if she was a refugee, she probably converted to Judaism to survive. Yes, refugees from another star system. Absolutely. Anne Rice definitely knew something. Anne Rice, let me tell you about Anne Rice, because people walk around and say Anne Rice is racist in my comments. Let me tell y'all why she's not racist. And I don't believe, maybe she is, y'all, maybe if y'all can find me some information. But I personally don't believe why Anne Rice is racist. One, Anne Rice was born and raised in New Orleans. You know how many black people is in New Orleans? Like, you can't avoid black people in New Orleans. So, born and raised, like, She's a Creole girl, you know, a Creole Cajun woman. Anyway, so they talked about how she was upset that what's his name? What Lestat little boyfriend name? Racist in New Orleans. You can be, but I doubt she was. But what's Lestat little boyfriend name in the interview with a vampire? Louis. Louis. They said she was mad that Louis was black. Blah blah blah. Da, da, da. And I was like, and she never wanted the Mayfield Richards to be black and da 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 da. So here's my thing. I said, I think she didn't want to change their races because they're real people. You know, like that's like me writing a whole book or a story and making my mom a black woman, and you guys telling me, for the budget and just to get more fan bases, to get more money out of this, we're gonna make your mom white. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna change anybody in my character's books to be any race but what they are, because these are based on real people. So I think Louis and Lestat are real two white boys that she known from back in New Orleans or whatever city that she met them. She know them. And another reason why I don't think she's racist, Akasha, Aaliyah, the queen of the dam. She's a black queen. She made the vampire queen black. When did she become racist? Akasha was beautiful. Body was tea. She literally designed that character amazing, and Leah ate that shit up. What? Where she was rolling and shit, y'all. She ate it up. She ate that character. Both of them ate the character up. To be honest, she was creating the character and Leah were portraying it. But no way that lady can be racist. I don't see that. And the Mayfair witches. Why she didn't want none of them to be black? There's enough black witches in New Orleans. She know that. She's talking about her own family, probably. I think Anne Rice is a witch. I don't know if she's really unalived. There's no recollection of that. There's no details. There's no evidence that she's really not alive anymore. Because the same thing with Marie Laveau. Everybody goes to New Orleans and think Marie Laveau, we're going to Marie Laveau's tomb. We're going to do a tour. We're going to do a tour of Marie Laveau too. Everybody in New Orleans knows Marie Laveau's not in there. I'm going to tell you that right now. If y'all go to New Orleans, you want to do one of those ghost tours and jump on and go to Marie Laveau's tomb, that y'all think it's not her tomb. Everybody in the city know that. Marie Laveau is not in there. I think it's pretty much empty, or somebody else in there. Or Marie Laveau is walking around still. There was no evidence of Marie Laveau past. There's no evidence of that. She's never said that. She never claimed that. She never showed that. There ain't been no funeral. None of that. So take that however you guys like. But so many things exist. Take a dive into Rich capturing mermaids and eating them. Oh, yeah. But mermaid eating dinner parties been happening for a long time. Then people been eating tusk from like different animals. They've been eating. When you rich like that, you just get bored in their palace. They just eating weird stuff, and they're of those creatures and entities, you know. So yeah, just look at octopus. Y'all ain't gonna tell me octopus aren't aliens. Octopus cannot be from here at all. And do y'all know every year they discover 10,000 new species every single year? That scares the shit out of me. How y'all gonna tell me y'all know everything about the earth and the world, and y'all know all this discovery, and it's 10,000 new species every year? So you tell me 5 years will pass by, it'll be 50,000 new species y'all find. 10 pass by, y'all got 10,000, 20,000. I do not want to see most of them, to be honest. Most of those creatures. No. You're not going to come out 10 years from now talking about, dragons exist in South Africa. We've seen dragons flying. We've been seeing dragons flying. Don't piss me off. Only 5% of ocean discovered, and that's scary as shit too. 5% of that big ass ocean. We know more about the space than we know about ocean. That's why I tell everybody space is ocean. They have us flipped upside down, basically. We know way more about space than the ocean. Come on, y'all, do the math. There's been soldiers that said they had seen spacecrafts shoot up out the water, fly up under the water. Yeah, there's portals down there. There's underground military facilities. There's portals that lead into the other worlds down there. Yeah, of course we're never gonna be able to get down there. Of course, you know Atlantis is down there. The real mermaids and the sirens is down there, and other creatures. Well, first of all, everybody keep talking about mermaids. Mermaids is the least we gotta worry about. The ocean has so many different creatures and entities, scares the shit out of me. Like there's Loch Ness like creatures in there, and there's like a crab, like a man crab in there. Like they look like a crab. Think of Sebastian, but big, brolic, muscular. Like no, y'all. I don't. There's a swamp in South Carolina. There's a swamp manish. I don't have time. NASA invited for ocean. They changed space quick. Why they trying to figure out a way out? Yeah, because they know if we figure out those portals is in that water down there, we about to be up out of here. Literally portals everywhere in the water. They don't know why we can't mess with the water. We can't go in the water because that's space. Think about it, y'all. Outer space, not upper. Outer. Think about it. Outer space is outer space, not upper space or lower space. Outer. Y'all gotta pay attention. Pay attention. It's crazy. Crazy world we live in. But I want to know the difference. I want to sit down and talk to somebody real and to figure out what's the difference between mermaids and sirens, because they're not the same thing. And I think we've been confusing them, and I want to get on the right page of that. That's like, it's like how we have different kind of people here. We have people that are, more little people. We have people that are like more of a giant. We have people that's black, white, green, albino. So I'm assuming they have different kind of water creatures. So you're not gonna tell me mermaids and sirens are the same thing. They're different. They have to be different. I feel like sirens are more of like the Neanderthal version of mermaids. Hear me out. This is my theory. Don't know if this is. So I feel like, we have Neanderthals and Homo sapiens. I feel like Neanderthals is the siren version. They're very vicious. They're very mean. They come after you. They attack you. But mermaids, we rarely hear from them. We really know. Of course, they have their abilities. Are they part of Atlantis? How intelligent are these creatures? They never really get caught. They have shape-shifting abilities to grow legs and look like us. So I don't know. And this came from my grandmother when I was 5. I'm now finding out as an adult. Half this shit is real. When your grandma talking, you're like, yeah. Well, I was that kid. But both of my grandmothers are from the Caribbean. Both of them are from South America. And they both kind of like talk about the same things, Crazy, right, y'all? NASA invented for ocean. Ooh, that's a lot, friend. They changed the space real quick. Honestly, I believe they definitely was created for the ocean, because what is the oldest thing in the world is the water. And the only thing that's connected in our whole entire world is what? Only the water. Between the oceans and y'all have to understand, there's water underneath the land. So even underneath us and underneath the ground you living on, there's water. So the water is always the only thing connected. So they obviously they have tunnels. I don't think they can shoot through. If there's water leading and touching with each other, there's a way to get through everything, you know. But we'll find out little by little. They can't keep lying to us forever. It's being revealed. I feel like the world is getting less trustworthy of the media and the news and the government, and we're now starting to rely on each other to do our research and to find out. So I feel like that's the vibe everybody's going for moving forward. I need to text Sauce 90. Y'all know Sauce 90? That he was stalked by a mermaid. He told a story on TikTok maybe a few years ago, 2000. This lock is kind of big. People don't want to believe. They can't. I mean, it's not my job to help them believe, and I really don't care if they believe or not. I'm here to spread awareness and meet my community and talk to people like me. But if you want to sit down and have a conversation, if you're a skeptic, sure, let's have a logical conversation. But I'm not here to convince the blind. I'm not trying to convince the blind. If you can't tell me why dinosaurs are not in the Bible, I don't need to have a conversation with you. If you're going to tell me everything is fake, why aren't dinosaurs in the Bible? Where are they at? We know they exist. We know they're real, but where they at? Nah, I'm not about it. No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you because you don't know what you're talking about. And these same people that tell me things, these entities don't exist, but about the Book of Enoch, Lily has them. They literally would go back, they would run back and bring up the Bible, and then I have to run back and bring up the Bible on them. I'm like, well, friend, maybe you need to go back and do your research because the Book of Enoch talks about all of this. They talk about how the fallen angels flew down here and slept with the woman and created a Nephilim. And that's another thing. The conversation goes, oh, why did God punish the women? Why did they punish the women? It wasn't for them. I said, I think it was the women that was standing on business with their men. They was known to not, everybody known you wasn't to sleep with these creatures or not to, and when you known, you should have known. And if you was refusing to leave this entity, leave this man alone, even though the higher ups, HR told you to leave that man alone, they had to get let go. They was let go and sent it to the water. And I don't think they were regular women. I think they were more women or prophets and things that they would have to be, like, they're just not gonna get punished. Like, and a lot of these women were raped as well. So why would the higher up powers punish women for being raped? There's more to the story, y'all. The women were up there standing on business for their man. They was giving Stevie and Jocelyn. I don't know why I made that analogy, but yeah. I have the Book of Enoch too. Yes, friend. Yeah, people like argue with me about the Book of Enoch. I'm like, King Solomon. Go look at the Book of Enoch. I'm not gonna keep going through it with everybody. Terry, what's up, Terry? Yes, all of that be going on, chat. All of that. It'd be a lot to be going on. Thank you. My comments only, like, TikTok, like, yo, I hate to do this. They go back only 5 hours. Like, I can't even see the other comments before 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago was like 12 o'clock. I'm hoping nothing comes through these stories and attaches. For Rich, I think something is already attached. Shay, what's up? My eye is getting watery, burning. Somebody told me stop being nosy. Somebody told me stop being nosy. I'm like, how? I'm a content creator. I'm a cryptic, supernatural, paranormal content creator. What am I supposed to do content on? Lint? Y'all want me to eat chalk? Y'all want me to fight on TV? Bad boys, baddies? I'm confused. What kind of content y'all want me to do? They need to leave me alone. Damn, this is incredible. I don't want this guy, Coach T, up here with Trump's face, like kind of like Superman pose, and commenting on my shit. You see, let me just tell him thank you and move on my day. Do 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 do. Y'all know how to dance a little merengue, bachata, or salsa? Let me catch my kid. Hey, come get your niece. Her 13-year-old is addicted to Roblox. Roblox is acceptable for kids to be addicted to. Acceptable addiction. It's summer, Mom. I did a whole video today, y'all, about telling on the kids in my chat, telling all my nieces and nephews, because they be with the little pens. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'll get flack for saying aping. Put the V in front of it, but yeah, I had to. Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw the video, but I did a video on it today. I had to tell on them. All the kids in school, that's what they're on now, y'all. I never knew that. Mind you, I have a K through 4 education degree. I didn't know the kids was on that. Did not know they was over here being Puff the Magic Dragon. So, me being Uncle Cube in Uncle Q fashion, I'm not y'all friends. Y'all telling me y'all business. I'm happy you guys be open with your Uncle Q, but I'm gonna tell your moms. I don't care. What, they gonna all beat me up? I mean, they can, but am I gonna let them? No. I went to watch the videos, and oh my God, he saw something. They told him something that scared him quite a bit. Where did you look up Rich B? It's y'all not even trying to even go and put in the search and look up Rich B's name. Where did something really had him rattled? I don't know. Is it TT? Rattled. Well, why do I pronounce it like that with D's? I know it was it's 2 T's, but rattled. Why do I pronounce it with a D? Y'all heard that rattle? Is that how you pronounce it? It sounds like there's D's in there. I don't like that. Y'all know I'm not trying to have an accent in life. I'm trying to Speak well in life. Your God can't save you from what's out there. If they are hungry, they will feed on you. God will not save your life. What is going on? What's with the comments? His video, where he has tears in his eyes, whatever they said showed him definitely wanted to learn his lesson. I would never, though. Even the wooden door was eerie. Eerie. Okay, more comments. Hey, come get you. I already read that. The curious going to unalive a lot of people that don't need to be messed with the creature of the night for a reason, like they're private just like us. Man, it got the cat right. Curiosity got the cat right. So learn your lesson. Learn your lesson, because the curiosity will kill the cat, it'll kill you. All right, y'all. B-Ray, what's up, B-Ray? Not King B-Ray. Haven't seen B-Ray in a long time. B-Ray don't mess with me no more. B-Ray hates me now. It's all my old followers hate me now. Y'all never around. Y'all show me no love. B-Ray, Bray, where you been at, Bray? No, you don't do that. What you mean? I ain't see you in this live in a minute. I go live. I stream literally every day. Every day. I'm trying to get back on Talk Tick. Okay, so what you? I'm on the tube. I'm on Twitch. What you want to do? Where you want to go? Dang, you couldn't come in and check up on me, see how I'm doing. You know I don't got no friends. Y'all know y'all my only friends up here. Y'all don't only talk to y'all on social media. I'm a homebody. This is my human interaction. Nah, Bray fell off. That's wild. And look, I was just about to get off. That's why I'm sitting so close, because I was about to click. Bray, well, can you download Twitch for me? And could you come over and chat with me? Because I'm about to go over there and I'm going to need somebody to have a conversation. But I have to have 3 viewers. I have to go live for a certain time. And I have to have 5 comments so I can hit an affiliate program. And I'm almost there. So I'm just going to do like a little 30, 40 minute on there. Just to catch a vibe and then chill. See who's up there. It's just honestly, y'all, this content thing is a lot of work. Every single day, it's a lot of work. I post way more, which I'm happy about. I go live more, I stream more, I post more, but it's a lot of work. And I'm not stopping, you know. I'm just tired, you know. I stream twice a day now. I do a morning stream. That's why I have to get off, because I have a 9 and 10 o'clock stream to do. So, and I stay on until till damn near 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I do content research. I might, and then I'll go to bed. I might take a nap, and then I'll wake up again at 1 to do this late night live with y'all. So it's a lot of work. I'm trying to push through. I'm trying to continue, but it's hard sometimes when you just by yourself. You're your own. I'm my own team. I'm on my own team. It's just me. So thank you, Bray. I appreciate y'all. So if y'all want to come over to Twitch and chat with me, I don't know if you guys have the purple app, but this is where I'm going to be for the next little bit of time. If y'all want to come in, chat, catch a vibe, I need 5 commenters and 3 viewers. So if you would love to come over, I really would appreciate y'all. But if not, it's okay. I understand. You guys don't want to download no extra apps to talk to me or see me. It's fine. But yeah, until next time, I'll be back on here later in the morning in a few hours so we could chat about what is going on in this dark world. All right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all soon. All right, I'm going to call y'all back later. All right, bye.